How's it going, neighbors? This is Ed here with etrailer.com, and today we're taking a look at the Yakima OutPost HD ladder rack system for your 2025 Ford Maverick. Now, adding a ladder rack to your Maverick is going to help solve the problem of having limited space in the bed and in the cab area. So let's take a closer look at it, see what's special. Taking a look at our setup today, you can see that we have 60-inch crossbars. They're the Yakima 60-inch HD bars. They're going to allow you to have a tie-down point on the ends of the crossbars, as well as T-track slots for accessories. These guys are going to work for just about any of your rooftop accessories, so like the SkyBox 18, or if you go with the Skinny Warrior, this guy will fit around. One thing you definitely want to be aware of is the fact that these guys are kind of short, so you're going to come kind of close to the top of the back of your cab. As far as the height, you're right at 13 inches, and that's going to give you a lot of flexibility for things that are lower profile and longer things that may extend beyond the bed. As far as additional tie downs, you're going to have 4, 1 on each post here. That's going to let you use ratchet strap, rope, or whatever you may have to keep everything secure. And you have the Yakima bottle opener. This thing is one of those things I always look for on Yakima products to see where they're going to hide a bottle opener. The base of our Outpost is actually really solid and super easy to install. It's going to give you a foundation that's going to allow you to manage the weight limit of this guy. It puts you at 500 pounds if you're on the road, 300 pounds if you're off-road. So it's very versatile. And you can see these really thick brackets at the bottom that's going to give you nice stability and, you know, that peace of mind that you have a solid piece of equipment on the back of your truck. Another thing to keep everything secure is that you have a Yakima same key system lock core. That's going to allow you to have one key for all your Yakima products. So if you have a Yakima bike rack or the Yakima SkyBox, you can avoid the janitor key ring situation and just have a single key. And again, with the install, it's super easy, and it's one of those things where you can probably make a memory with the install with maybe one of your little ones, have them hand you the wrenches. It's super cool. And once you get it set up, show us how you're going to use it. We would love to see how you have your Maverick laid out with your HD crossbars on the back. We're here at eTrailer. We're all enthusiasts. We love this stuff, and we would love to see what you do with it. Now, as far as the install, go ahead and grab a tape measure, and we'll get you set up. I like to start the installation by getting my crossbars set up. You're going to use one of your included Yakima tools to remove the Allen key bolt at the end of your crossbar here, and that'll let you take the end cap off. There we go. I'll remove that. This guy just slides out, and then you're going to have your threaded plates here. You want to make sure that you have them in position where your bolts can thread in, because this is actually what makes the connection between your uprights and the crossbar. And you're going to have 2 per bar. And I'm just going to send that one all the way down here, and then keep this one close to this side, and we just reinstall our end cap. So I'm going to take my tape measure here, and I'm going to measure to make sure that I have the same distance on the other side that I have on my driver's side. And the distance I have for here was right at 12.5 inches. And that's going to allow for me to have clearance underneath here, because there are plastic clips for the top of your bed rail that kind of stick through. So you just want to make sure you have enough room for that. So I'm going to grab my bracket, and I'm going to put the padded side underneath. Then I'll take my bolt and spacer. You're gonna have one of these guys, and it just drops right down into this channel. And I'm just gonna try to get those threads to bite. Just enough to hold it in position for me. So with the clamps, you definitely want to make sure underneath that you have clearance from those clamps, so you can kind of get a better look from here. And we're just going to do the same thing over here. Just drop this guy right into the slot and just get enough for it to grip off the edge. I'm going to grab my tape measure and double check my measurement, and then we'll go to the next step. And you can see right here that you have plenty of space and adjustability to avoid these little clips that stick down, and that'll allow you to, get firmly installed. And as you can see, in here rocking pretty good. We're gonna move on and put our arm on. Now that we have our base installed, we're gonna install our leg. We're gonna just go ahead and get that bolt started, and we'll use our Yakima tool again to fasten her down. As you can see, still getting nice and tight. Once we put the crossbar on, we're gonna have our complete structure and it'll be nice and solid. So now we're gonna go back to those brackets we installed at the beginning, and we're gonna try to get them aligned with the holes in our upright. Now what I do, I just take my Allen key, and you wanna make sure you're using the included tool because it's one of those security types with the hole in it. So definitely wanna make sure you're going with that. And then we're gonna try to get it to bite our bracket. Once we get a little bit of threads going, we'll just stop and then get the other side so we can make sure we can adjust it for evenness. Now that I have all my fasteners tightened, you can see this is nice and sturdy on the back of our pickup. Thanks for hanging out with me while we took a look at some of the features and the installation on the Yakima OutPost HD ladder rack for your 2025 Ford Maverick. I'm Ed, this is etrailer.com, and you have a great day.